Alright guys, so unless you've been living under a rock, by now you should know that Riders Republic has finally gotten its release date. Hallelujah! Before we get too much into it, Bone Crusher, your hair looks ridiculous. It is so long, and as a matter of fact, it is super long. It has been growing out since I first started hearing of Riders Republic, and honestly, I can't wait to hear more because hopefully by the time the game comes out, I'll be a full-blown Viking. But September 2nd is the day to look forward to. So, I got 2.5 months to get this thing rolling. Alright, Bone Crusher, we heard enough about you. Cool. Let's get moving on because we've got some exclusive gameplay to look at. So I know a lot of you have seen the trailer. I'm not going to use too much of the footage that I've seen from the trailer already, but I have some extra footage to show you guys. I want to highlight some of this footage because I've seen some things that I think would excite you guys. I really want to get into it, so let's go. Okay, so first things first, what are we looking at? First of all, I can tell that there is a little string that's kind of combining two people together. My guess is that those two are in a party, as the context kind of suggests that they're roaming around together. Now, if these two are in a party and are linked together, I'm not exactly sure what that entails, nor do I understand really why that mechanic exists. But as we'll see later, that may play into how many points you get as far as the tricks and maybe like a buddy system of some kind. Again, I'm not exactly sure. I won't know until I get my hands on the game to know for sure. But let's highlight some of these details. Let's pause the screen real quick and show you a little bit of what's going on and see if we can pull it apart. First off, what we're seeing is 4 out of 6 players, what looks like a party or group. Maybe how many people are in the group versus how many can be in there. So maybe they're in a group of 4 and there's 6 total that can be in there. Next we have the kilometers an hour and a sprint gauge to, I guess you can only sprint so much, which makes sense. Next on the top left is the score. In the middle you can see like a sort of score, how you're earning points. I don't know exactly how that works just yet, if you get diminishing returns or anything like that. But going down into the bottom left, you have the sports, tools, squad, and walker equipped gear. So maybe you can walk just in the middle of nowhere, which would make sense. I'm trying to picture this in terms of how this would refer to Steve. Next up, we're going to take a look at Tricks Battle. So apparently, riding down this rail, you can see a bunch of ×5 multipliers. My guess is that that's when you're controlling a zone. If you look at the mini-map, you can see zones being controlled by either the enemy team, which is marked in red, or blue, which is you, and that's your ×5 multiplier. You can see how much more experience he's getting while he's doing this on that ×5 multiplier. So I'm already starting to see like strategies developing as far as when would I go and use a specific trick on a specific bike. But that has a lot of connotations to it. Like, can you imagine how much you would have to think in terms of Tricks Battle? It would never be the same game twice. I'm really excited to get into it and see how it feels when the game finally does release. Next, now we have a little bit of mass races. I want to show you a little bit of every kind of mass race that there is. Apparently you can do this on multiple sports, and sports we haven't even seen yet. So we've all heard of the famed jet skis and jet bike that come with the pre-order, but now we finally get an eyes on what exactly that may look like. But I'm really excited to get a hands-on and figure out what exactly this will feel like in my hands as well. But I'm glad to tell you folks that that is not it. That is not where we stop. Because now my favorite subject has come up into play. Rocket wingsuits. That's right, there are in the mass races. We kind of assumed that they could be, but I just am so excited to see these, and I'm so excited to see all these going downhill. I just love the rocket wingsuit and the wingsuit, and I just can't wait to get my hands on them and start walloping on all y'all. You know what I mean. So next, as you can see, that there is quite a bit of biking to do in the game, a lot of nice first person. Unfortunately, I'm not the bike expert, and I don't know how much involved I'm going to be in bikes during the game. Again, I'm professional in the air sports, not exactly in the bikes. I would suggest going and viewing Steve's channel over here, yeah, in the mirror-ish area. Go check that out because I'm sure he's going to do a way more detailed explanation of all the bike stuff and way more hype. If not, you can also go to Nick and Mitch right there. Boom! Go check them out because they are fantastic people and they are amazing content creators. So, Alright guys, that's where I'm going to leave you off today. I have no more information for you at the moment. I do have a little bit more video if you guys would like to see a little bit more of the gameplay. This is all pre-recorded footage that was sent to me, so I've been allowed to publish it to you guys, which is fantastic. I love being able to share some stuff and actually get some information myself on what the game will be looking like in the future. So, remember that this is all pre-alpha footage. Nothing has been absolutely confirmed at this point to be exactly the way it'll be in the game. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me today. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure you join the Crush Club, and I'll see you guys later. I look so freaking stupid. Why do I say that? Why do I say dumb things?